How's it going, family? I wanted to make this video um, it's insight into the nature of this place. And you're gonna maybe say, well, that it's correct in what that person said to you. And I say, if a person has no hope, even if they're having a good time, having a good time marching toward that cliff. It's I don't inherit the person's mind that I'm interacting with in a scenario, family. If somebody's doesn't make, if somebody's completely irrational, to interact with them, I'm not gonna adopt their irrationality. And and this kind of, there are the people that I live around, and I can't care what people say. Society. I speak against society, family. So society's dead. It's gonna go away, and it's perfect. I'm only concerned about the individuals. But I ask God. There was something that moved me to I was, talking. I know He sees our minds and our hearts, and I saw something that communicated something to me, and then I went further, and I asked God again, and immediately I saw a dove go and fly and circle above this house, and I asked Him if He wanted me to go and talk to them right now. And immediately I saw the dove go and go above their house and circle it, like circle above it. And I guess that's not, maybe that's not a regular pattern anyways, but, for a dove. But I made a note, and I felt uneasy about it. And I don't know if that's just, general, human intuition. But I think that the Spirit can move in us too, and give us. You say, well, why would you be moved to, and then, despite that, in the face of that, and well, it's actually over that, if I'm moved, but it's, we're moved into different things. And when I in between me seeing that dove, and then I wrote a letter, but I knew that, like, it wasn't like immediately, like it would be immediately Him factoring in everything, like me moving after that, and then moving, but immediately starting to move. And but in that period, somebody else arrived at the house, and that was the head of the house. That was a man. And I haven't really talked to him so much about it. I've always talked to and there's a problem there. The thing is, man and woman lead the house, but it is the man's job to protect. And in a sense, well, and this is absolute, there's nothing to protect from in this situation. But the other side of that is that also a man leads his children, leads the house, with his wife. Man and woman lead the house, but man has a certain role in that. And The thing is, looking back on it now, if I, next moving, interacting with people, that's going to be, my mind is seeking that. Because the thing is, it can only hurt things, family. When you look at it, everything as it has happened is good, and that is as intended. And I think, everybody involved will see it for what it is. But the thing is, it can get confused if you see somebody, um, not approaching. God gave us a natural structure, and it is very much within each family unit. It is appropriate for, you know, the man and woman to, uh, to, teach, to lead, you know. So really, that's something that I may be in a way, and I didn't talk to the kids, but I did talk to the wife, and the thing is just respect for the whole unit, not to maybe to talk to the man. And that's I think there's a certain appropriateness in that, and moving forward, I think. But anyways, this time I did talk to him, and I talked to him another time too. I talked to him on the phone, and the thing is you talk to people, and we have different minds, and by and large, family, we've already made up our mind. You go and talk to somebody, you actually need to go to certain places, and you there's a collective, there's a fluid collective, and you constitute that as your specificity in the body. We're saying created, but God created you as you, and you can be what you can be. And it's not the square thing that the American church. That's not what it is, family. It's much deeper and broader than that. And I think, that's my part in the body, family, is to open, it's not even of myself, just to call what is, family. Because invariably people are going to accept or reject. But family, I know well what things are. And it's because it's plain there to see, family. It's nothing of myself. We're all same created. Everything is created, family. Everything is out from our God. And what is the church building, family? What is a church Sunday? What is that? What is that? There's every person that's outside of the church. That's the matter. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole war that's going on outside of the church, family. And you say war, it's not against the individual, it's for the individual. It's against what the individual takes up. And we're fighting for all goodness, we're fighting for all love, family. But um, I've, I will say, family, that I've been, but there's different minds, and, people of different walks before they came to the truth. They told them that part of their psyche was like, wait, if these Christians, if they believe, then how can they not talk to me? Do they not care about me? And it's just that, family. I don't care about society, spit on society. If I could preserve the individuals, I'd cut society to pieces. It's nothing but, it, it just makes us do a dance for each other, and it just separates people, it evaluates people, damn society. But, each individual, all of us are vastly beautiful because we're created. And if we don't look so beautiful, then we have the capacity to be, family. Because I know my transformation, anything that I am. I'm not saying that I'm anything, but I can tell you a lot that's changed. But anyways, just talking, um, I have had a firm, uh, I have been firmly, um, I've been firmly halted in what's in my endeavor to, try to move and try to, move for them. And it could be construed that there's an inappropriateness then. The thing is, there is a Great Commission, family. It tells us to shake off our feet. If that's what God has for us. If somebody doesn't accept, we can't we don't have to connect the dots. We have enough awareness, family. So really, it's a matter of, and this brother, he said, I don't, um, it's I'll in this story will progress. I'll tell you everything, pretty much everything. So everything that matters, I'll try to relay. Um, but God has for us just to, like the Crusades and whatnot. That's not of God, family. That's from the enemy. That's not designed, family. That's not what God has for us. And that only affects, the purity of the thing, family. It's the hidden gold diamond that's to be found, family. That's everything. But it just so happens that it's in plain sight. It's our everlasting life. And you know, um, so you say there's lack of appropriateness with you continuing. Um, I think that I've done it in a manner, family, where it's been, he asked me, do you respect my, I'm just gonna say this. I don't think it'll, um, it's, I think there's, um, you don't know who, uh, anyways, he said, do you respect my religion? I said, no. I respect you and your family. I don't respect the non-truth. The thing is, I don't know the exact line, um, that I was, uh, with that, exactly what I wanted to connect that to. What is it? I do, I respect them, but in respecting them, family, I'm willing, any person that I talk to, any person that hasn't had, uh, and there's many of people that call themselves Christians that have heard the truth, have accepted it, and there's no business past that. When you have the opportunity, I think it's the lesser of things. I mean, they have the truth, so there's rebukes, when it comes in front of you. You call something what is, and there's the people that are really in that have eyes on them. Those people should just be torn down. People in the church that are doing this and that and claiming to be of him. Those people deserve to be taken away. Those are some of the greatest enemies. Truly, they should be hacked. Um, but the person, the passive believer that's in America, what are you supposed to do? If they don't want God, they don't. I mean, it's plain, family. There's no other way you can structure it. God gave us everything, and if they don't want Him, but there's the thing, family, when somebody has not come to the truth, and there's many people that it's not the American Christianity, family. Jesus said that enter through the narrow gate, because wide is the gate and broad is the way that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. Family, there is so much more. And do you think when we come before God that we've known all along? And I'm not, I have no authority and I can call nothing, family. But just to have God be a part of life, and just to have Him and not doing anything really for Him in our whole life. If we think that we have, if we're aware that we have what we have, we have some sensation of it, family. What we have in Him, from Him, how could we not seek that for another? If we're not doing good, if we're not, doing things of love, if we're not, you know, uh, if we're not, fighting for God, then what are we doing alive? If we're not doing good, family, we should just be dead. If we're not doing good, we should just be dead. But the thing is, family, I went over there, and this has been continuing. I've done it in a manner. It's not like I'm just gonna. We only have so much energy. Like energy. Like we have this. There's only so much movement in this span, family. But I'm here now, and I was moved to go over there, and I've went over before because I thought that I could be productive because I could do more, and it's not anything away from them. They might have their guard. People might have their guards up, and they might think this or that initially, but the point is, and you cannot force them, and you don't want to infringe on that, and you are same created, and you don't have any authority. But if you can, just give up a little bit for them liking you. They might not like you very much, but if you just do everything you can just to try to move them, just try to influence them, just call what it is and say you do know. God equipped us, you do know. And you could be a sign too, family. But I went over there, I got a call too from him before. It's he's not home that often. It's interesting how things lined up too. That God had, I think it's pretty plain that God had me go over there. And I wrote that I gave him, I think, one of the final notes. Because the thing is, I'm not scared of 100 people. And you could throw numbers at me. Well, we can't be scared, family. But the thing is you're only going to break something. You're only going to collapse something past a certain point. And it's just a matter of if I placed enough there. If I did enough. And the thing is, we can only be a presence now. If there's no more me trying to move, then we can only be a presence within wherever we are relative to the people that we just happen to be in the proximity of. But I went over there, and he said, I'm gonna call the cops. I said, okay, I'm willing to go to jail for you. He said, if the cops don't work, then this is out of order. He said, if the cops don't work, then I'm gonna take it in my own hands. And I said, okay, I'd be willing to take that for you. He asked me multiple times if I respect his religion. I said, no, I don't respect the non-truth. And and I said, we know that he came and he did what he did for us. And he said, no, he was just destroyed. And it's interesting because according to what you hold to, that's not the case. But he said, we just destroyed him. People just destroyed him. He didn't die for anything. And I'm a damn fool. I should cut myself to pieces. And in a certain scenario, family, if he wasn't a fellow human, a created person, family, then maybe that's the one thing that I would move on somebody for, speaking against God or Jesus. But the thing is, Jesus is his as he is mine. And he's still in this realm, so that brother can, and his family, that's what matters, family. And I wish I could reach his family, but there's a thing, family, you don't. It's better to not. I'm not saying that things, there won't be certain scenarios, in front of me, family. And I do, there are, I do plainly speak to kids when there's chances. I do. But when it's a household, and it's that's one thing, family. But and you say it is a household. This is not, put it together like that in that position, in that scenario. But no, it's a matter though of a child be relation is enacted in the situation, because mom and dad roles are then come up when you're talking about like a household in its form, not outside, because then the mom and dad have to, it's a mom and dad's business to it's like I said, to lead, to guide. But he said, he said, and I said, how dare we speak? When he came and what he did what he did for us, and you know it. And I said, I love, again, I said, I love your, I love you guys, and I'm here for you. And he said, well, you love, and essentially this time he said, if you love, then stay away. And and the thing is, though, that was towards the end. That's when things were, when you move in the spirit family, things align and things happen, like almost of perfection. Like things just happen right. You know what I'm saying? And then things stopped, and then I was just kind of slowly walking away, and then I said, everything that was done was in love. But he said, and again he said, if you don't love my religion, if you don't respect my religion, and I said, I love your family, I respect your family. I don't respect a non-truth, and and I don't know exactly if I fit this, but what goes with that then, family? I'm not a respecter of non-truth. To be honest, I hate I hate fake religion. But what I hate more is atheism. But I hate fake religion. Because it's not a take or leave it, family. It's not it's not anything but absolute. Jesus said that he's the gate. If any through him, they'll come in and they'll go out and they'll find pasture. He came that the enemy comes only to steal, kill, and destroy. There's our family. We have the same creator. Literally everything. Jesus did what he did for us. God is not the God of confusion. He wouldn't have an intended way over here and over here and over here. Everything happened to the parameters of here, and we have what we're supposed to have, and we have a choice of Jesus Christ, family. The thing is, I did what I did. I think I did in gentleness. There's an appropriate behavior, energy, approach with everything. We are bold as a lion, but at the same time, I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to fight. That's the exact opposite of what is. The exact opposite of how I'm over there. So we do. There's. I think that I was over there in the right, in the right energy, and exactly how it's supposed to be. And he said, I've kept the notes. And about and he was framing, there's a history of conversion. The purity of the thing's beautiful, family. But we cannot convert. There's not forced conversion. God gave us free will. So who are we to bypass that? And I think it's a good meditation. It's a fine line. I don't think it's my business to, I think it's done. And the thing is, God is all powerful, and he will move everything. And, their walks, all those little babies in the house, and, his wife, she's very gentle, woman. She's, But the thing is, it's him, walking away. He said, you know what? And he said this before. I just don't believe in anything. And that's kind of it, brother. That's lateral. That's kind of what's going on. When we have exposure family and we don't choose Jesus, it might as well just be that. That's kind of an akin transaction family. But he said, I've made notes to them, and it's from "I'm here for you, I love you" verses. Um, the only way to the Father is through the Son. You do have a choice of them. There is no basis for rejection. Maybe I should maybe I should say something cute. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should try to appease something. Maybe I should try to make them feel good. There's nothing that